The state is providing financial help for small businesses suffering from red tide. Why some local businesses will not be able to apply for that help.
And a final reminder on how to cast your vote early in the primary election.
Plus, how an Englewood man returned an expensive diamond ring to its owner. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Our top story tonight, red tide's impact on Suncoast businesses.
Despite an effort from the state to help small businesses through this tough time, some downtown Sarasota businesses are too small to qualify. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from downtown Sarasota tonight to explain why these businesses aren't getting help. Jess?
Jacqueline and Scott, a majority of the businesses here on this block of Pineapple Avenue are owned and operated by just one person, so they don't have any employees. Therefore, they don't qualify for Governor Rick Scott's small business. So they're to fend for themselves.
It's been super slow.
Inside of August 3rd Mirrors and Accessories, you'll always find Randall LeBole.
There's no hours to cut when you're a one-person show. You can't, how do you scale back for bad times?
Red tide is destroying his business, like so many others.
We're not getting the usual people we get. We're not getting the Canadians, the Europeans.
But the difference between LeBole and most other business owners is that they can get a loan from the state, interest-free, for 6 months. Because LeBole doesn't have employees, he can't.
I'm fortunate in that I don't have to have that loan, but I know businesses that it would help that don't have the qualifications to meet his requirements.
Right next door to LeBole's business, Adriana Ramirez Richards owns and operates her business, Abode and Art Gallery.
I was in the East Coast, Boca Raton, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, so I'm used to the resort market. So I know in the summer it slows and all that, but this is like I have never seen.
Ramirez Richards also doesn't qualify for the state's small business loan.
When tragedy strikes, it's not easy to get government money. This is going to take a toll probably as big as any of the major hurricanes that we've had.
The real scare for this block of businesses is that they don't know if the red tide will be gone by the time the snowbirds are scheduled to come back.
And hopefully things turn around and red tide goes away and our tourist base comes back and, things get back to normal. But, fingers crossed.
Luckily, the businesses here think they'll be able to survive without that financial help. However, they have no idea how long this red tide will last. Reporting live in downtown Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Jess, thank you. Seasonal residents won't make their way to the Suncoast until October and November, but one rental property company is concerned about how red tide will impact that business. Tanya Izzo of Stringer Management in Sarasota has been renting vacation properties for 27 years here and says she can't remember ever seeing red tide this severe. She's concerned with her company's furnished properties that are the bulk of her business and are mostly already booked by snowbirds. Izzo says clients are sharing their own concerns on red tide as well.
We've experienced a few calls, people asking, how long is it going to be? Nobody has that magic wand to tell us how long it'll be. Unfortunately, with red tide, they come here to get out of the cold. So yes, they enjoy our beaches and all of that, but they're still coming here for the warmth. So it's just a decision that they have to make.
Now it's just a waiting game for Izzo to see if her clients will actually come back to the Suncoast.
A no swim advisory issued yesterday for Siesta Beach is now lifted, but the advisory remains in effect for a number of other Sarasota County beaches. That includes Lido Beach, Brohard Beach, Venice Pier Beach, and Longboat Key Beach. For now, those beaches will remain open, but the county says they do not recommend going into the water.
All right, it's Friday night. We got some high school football games across the area tonight. That's going to be fun. Let's find out our first alert forecast tonight with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Yeah, it should be fun, but we hope to keep away from the storms. Got the latest from the FWC as far as the percentage change of the red tide. This interesting map Some encouraging news here as I move through it. You'll see. Again, here's the scale on the right. Of course, we want to stay away from the red. That would be greater than 25% higher than it was from August 18th. Here's a look now of the counties in question. 145 miles of coastline has the red tide. Now, Monroe County has been taken out of the loop, which is good. That's a good sign. And as far as the change, the percentage change goes, greater than a 25% lower concentrations in Charlotte County now. That's where it had been the highest, and so that's a good sign there. We're going to see a continuous that for a couple of weeks. Also, look at Sarasota and into Collier counties. It's anywhere from 5 to 25% lower concentrations being detected by all the samples from August 18th through today. So that is also another good sign. Lee County, little or no change there. And unfortunately, Manatee and Pinellas County are showing a 5 to 25% higher concentration of the red tide. And we've noticed that throughout the week, especially into Pinellas County. So we'll have the numbers here coming up in a little bit, but some encouraging news, but still the red tide out there. As far as heavy storms go, look at this. Exploding storms now into eastern portions of Hardee and DeSoto counties, and now this line is expected to intensify as well. This is going to generate other storms too as it marches off to the west. This has been spreading basically toward I-75, so we'll get a round of showers here starting to move into the coast, and then another round I think later on tonight. Well, more on that and your weekend weather forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. New tonight, after a long fight, Senator John McCain has stopped receiving treatment for brain cancer. His family releasing a statement today about his prognosis. ABC's Zachary Quiche tells us why.
The family of John McCain says this senator will stop treatment for his brain cancer. It's been a year since he was diagnosed with an aggressive form of glioblastoma.
I'm not running for president to be somebody, but to do something.
Over the years, McCain has become a legendary figure in Washington, but he's also known for being a family man. In a statement, his family says they are grateful for all the support and prayers he's received. McCain, 81, attended the Naval Academy and was flying missions over Vietnam when he was shot down, captured, and tortured. When he returned home, he served 5 terms in the U.S. Senate and ran for president twice.
He had friends on both sides of the aisle, universal acclaim and respect for John McCain and what he meant to American politics over the past 30, 40 years.
For some, his public service and drive were admirable, something that went beyond politics. President Trump didn't share that sense of respect.
He's not a war hero. He's a war hero. He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured.
McCain casting the critical thumbs down vote on the GOP efforts to kill Obamacare. McCain's daughter Megan tweeting, "We could not have made it this far without you." And his wife Cindy adding, "I love my husband with all my heart." Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin, McCain's vice presidential pick during that 2008 White House run, tweeting today, "May my friends sense appreciation for his inspiration." Zachary Quiche, ABC News, New York.
Early voting for Florida's primary election is wrapping up on the Suncoast. Your last chance to vote early in both Manatee and Sarasota counties is tomorrow. You can cast your ballot from 8:30 in the morning until 4:30 p.m. There are 5 early voting locations in each county. You can head to our website, mysuncoast.com, for the full list. And don't forget to bring your photo ID.
An Inglewood man finds a $20,000 ring on Siesta Beach and was able to track down the owner and return that treasured keepsake. Terry Miller and Ron Tapley have been metal detecting for years. About 2 weeks ago, the two were detecting on Siesta Beach when Miller found a diamond ring in the sand. He then took it to get appraised and found it was worth almost $20,000. Miller saw a post about a missing ring in a Lost and Found Facebook page and asked the woman to send a photo of the ring she was missing.
It was the exact ring, and Terry decided it was just the right thing to do to give it back. You'll run across a lot of people that just don't do that. I mean, this is absolutely for him, being honest enough to give it back. Just the look on her face was absolutely worth it.
Well, many people asked the two men why they wouldn't just keep the ring. They say they just weren't raised that way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, great story there.
Yep, happy ending. Still to come in your Suncoast News, high school football is back tonight. Dwayne Linda will have a preview of our game of the week.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will tell us how the weather's looking for football Friday night. Plus, Manatee County is issuing a mosquito-borne illness advisory. How to protect yourself from the virus, coming up next. So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Get more for your money during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Bob was saying earlier, we made it. We made it to Friday.
Yeah, finally. Friday's here, and good news, we showed you that graphic showing some areas less red tide. It's still high, though, in Sarasota County, but it's 5 to 25% less than it was this time last week.
We'll take it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's we're looking for positive here, right? After all this negative stuff that's been going on. Right now, we're looking at Lakewood Ranch webcam showing some clouds around today, this afternoon anyway. Lots of sunshine this morning, a few showers and storms approaching Lakewood Ranch again, too. You'll see that in the last frame there. Starting to darken up a bit. Yes, it looks like a football Friday night could be a little soggy in places. We're going to get a couple of rounds of showers and storms moving on through. Pretty intense rainfall, too. The storms are not moving all that much, and that is going to cause the problem for some very heavy rainfall. You can see this is typical. This is what we normally expect during the summer. East Coast meets the West Coast in the middle and then moves back toward the West Coast in the late evening, and it looks like we're going to see that. Look at that intense line of lightning now as the two are really firing up. The battle being won by the East Coast breeze as it will work its way gradually toward the coast right now. And you can see we still have a ways to go for this one to reach all the way over into Manatee and Sarasota counties, but one lone storm there is really fired up along I-75. It has made the crossover, too, into west of I-75 near State Road 64, Heritage Harbor, right there stretching off toward Waterleaf. Some big storms a little bit southeast of Parrish right now, and then some heavy weather into east portions of Manatee County. Mayaca City saw a big storm, and that's the same one now that has drifted off to the west. That was just about an hour ago, so you get the general trend. It is off to basically the west there with a lot of lightning. Now that is over Hidden River, just to the south of Verna and approaching on into Lakewood Ranch. So our forecast tonight is calling for scattered showers and storms Some of those will be bringing some locally heavy rainfall at time and some lightning. We know we haven't seen a whole lot of concentrated lightning. I think this is a big change today and will stay that way through the weekend. Right now, the forecast is calling for those storms in central Florida to work their way over. So expect a few scattered storms at the start of the football games. Not everyone's going to get the rainfall, but there could be a few around. And then by 9, 10 o'clock, hopefully most of the games are over. We're still going to see some storms working their way toward the Gulf of Mexico. Now, these models represent what we think may happen, but I don't necessarily agree with where they are going to be popping up. We will see some storms, though, even into the 9 to 10 o'clock hour, and some of that could be heavy at times. Tomorrow, as the sea breeze starts to develop on that southeast wind, we'll see a few showers that will work inland, and then the storms will really fire up into central Florida. Same kind of scenario, then they will break down that sea breeze and head off toward the west-northwest, bringing with it the potential for some heavy rainfall at times, some gusty winds, and also some frequent lightning strikes. Sunday, not much change there either. So although it's been pretty abnormal as far as our afternoon thunderstorm pattern goes, late summer here, we're going to see that, I think, persist next week. Well, luckily, the islands here are going to be spared a major hurricane. They are still seeing very heavy rainfall. That's the big concern now, is the tremendous amount of rain. It's a slow mover. It doesn't even look much like a hurricane. Just think 2 days ago it was a Category 5 storm, and now it is down to, again, a Category 2 storm. It's moving to the north at 5, so very slow. And it is going to move off toward the west-northwest in time. And it looks like the main core of the strongest winds will stay well to the south of the islands and eventually head off into the open waters of the Pacific. And nothing going on in our neck of the woods in terms of anything tropical. Southeast winds turn to actually the southwest a little bit near the coast at around 10 knots. Seas will be running right around 2 feet with a light chop. So here's your forecast. Get ready for those afternoon and evening thunderstorms. They are back, and they'll stay too all the way through next week with that good chance for those late day scattered thunderstorms around with lots of lightning. Back to you, Scott.
All right, Bob, thank you. The high school football season kicks off for real tonight here on the Suncoast. Players, coaches, and fans are all gearing up, and so are we. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo is live with a preview of our football Friday night game of the week. Dwayne?
Well, Scott, I think the concession stand is gearing up as well. They have the grills all fired up and ready to go. I got to tell you guys, it just seems like a quick turnaround from state playoffs to now. But I think the staff is happy that we're all covering local high school football again. Our game of the week, Riverview High School takes a trip up north to play the Booker Tornadoes. Now, these teams are pretty familiar with each other as they played last year. And guys, remember, both these teams made the playoffs last year in different classes. Riverview had a lot of firepower last year. They lost a few key players to graduation. Players Sean White and Puya Hayes will step up offensively and try to fill that void. For the Tornadoes, they have a big senior class that the coaching staff is looking to make a huge difference throughout games. We were able to speak with both coaches who say they made the necessary adjustments to make the playoffs again, and this time go deeper into the postseason.
We worked real hard in the classroom, and then we started at ground level in the weight room, and starting from scratch for a lot of things. We reinvented ourselves.
As we got right in the weight room, we gave the kids a week off, and we got right to it in the weight room, and we had a great off season. Our participation was great. The kids worked their butts off, and probably the best off season that I've ever had, you know, in the 19 years of coaching.
Well, guys, tonight, we're honoring the late coach, Booker High School coach, Larry Richardson. He was an old track coach here. They'll be honoring him during halftime. The kickoff will be at 7 p.m. Coming up at 6, we'll tell you other games in the area that will be going on. Also, quite a few coaching changes around the area. Scott, back to you.
All right, Dwayne, have a fun night out there tonight. Now to First Alert traffic. The interstate is backed up in the northbound lanes. This is between State Road 70 and State Road 64 in Manatee County. Looking clear, though, if you're heading to the south. Jacqueline.
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, Manatee County issuing a mosquito-borne illness advisory after one human case of West Nile virus has been confirmed. Health officials are warning people to avoid being bitten by mosquitoes due to heightened concern that more people could get sick. It has not been confirmed where that case of West Nile originated in the county. To avoid exposure, drain water from garbage cans, buckets, pool covers, coolers, and other items around your home that could hold water. Selfies, well, we're all guilty of taking them, but is technology messing with our perception of what we really look like? Kim Hutcherson explains the harmful effects of photo filters.
Seems like everyone from your sister to your grandmother is trying to up their selfie game. Lots of times, this means getting a little help from a filter. From Instagram to Snapchat, even apps made just to beautify you, there's no shortage of Photoshop features at your fingertips. But constantly changing your photos to show a slightly better version of yourself can have a psychological impact. It's being called Snapchat dysmorphia. And some say it can lead to body dysmorphic disorder, which is an excessive preoccupation with perceived flaws in our appearance. A recent article in the JAMA Facial Plastic Surgery Journal says more and more doctors report patients are bringing altered photos into their offices and looking for permanent surgical options to improve their selfies. Of course, people with true cases of body dysmorphia will likely never be satisfied with their outward appearance. For those patients, seeking out psychological help is a better option than going under the knife. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Coming up, a devastating tanker truck crash in the middle of a California freeway, and how this man was rescued from the hood of his truck in the middle of a flash flood. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Don't hide it. We know that sometimes emotions just get the better of you, especially at the Honda Summer Spectacular event. And we know getting a deal on the Honda Civic, a 2018 KBB.com Best Buy, can be quite liberating, especially when this stylish Honda Civic comes with Sport Mode.
Yes! Yes!
Express what you're feeling at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
I'm happy you're happy.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Civic today.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
2 people are dead after a tanker truck collision in California this morning. Take a look at the scene here of the crash where a tanker truck sparked a massive fireball on the freeway. Fire so intense that firefighters were still working to put it out 2 hours later. Both sides of the highway were shut down for a time, forcing rush hour commuters to find alternative routes. A 13-year-old boy stole and crashed an ambulance in Rhode Island last night. Police say it happened as the boy was being evaluated at a fire station. They say the keys were in the ignition and the boy got into the ambulance and drove off. He crashed it eventually into a motorcyclist and ended up in an embankment. A firefighter was injured during the incident. The boy, the motorcycle rider, and that firefighter are all, though, expected to be okay.
A monsoon storm is dumping heavy rain and hail over Phoenix, Arizona, even causing flash flooding in some areas. The storm also left thousands without power around the valley. Flooding is so severe in some parts, a mandatory evacuation was issued for residents in low-lying areas. Officials say Arizona has had one of the wettest monsoon seasons in years. The state's monsoon season runs from mid-June to the end of September. And take a look at this video from Phoenix of a man stranded on the hood of his truck, caught in what looks more like a river than a street. As floodwaters quickly rose there, he says the truck continued to shift, separating from two tires on one side. Luckily, a passerby who works as a crane operator had just the tool, a 12,000-pound winch on the front of his truck. He hooked up the stranded man's truck and then dragged it to safety. Glad they're okay there. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, Sarasota police increasing their patrols ahead of Labor Day weekend, what drivers can expect out on the roads.
And the city of Sarasota approving funding for new golf carts at Bobby Jones Golf Club. Why some city commissioners feel it's a waste of the city's money.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value and great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone. Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
Imagine a world filled with pillow fights, playgrounds, and the search for the perfect climbing tree. Every kid deserves that world, but 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger. At No Kid Hungry, We're committed to creating a world where every kid eats healthy food every day. We raise funds, we help families, and we lift up communities.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.